Here we go. With that, I call the meeting number 15.
It works.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Alright, thank you. And we do roll call.
Councilor Schreiber,
Here.
Councilor Reynolds,
Here.
Mayor Burris,
Here.
Councilor Sinaski,
Here.
Councilor Ossinger.
Alright, thank you. Next we have our public comment section. Any person may address the council after being recognized by myself. However, topics which are under appeal or legal in nature cannot be addressed. Please state your name and address for the record. Time is limited to 3 minutes per person. Anybody have anything they want to bring up for public comment? Do we have anybody online that wanted to talk? No? Alright. Now that, we'll move on to new business. Deliberation of interviews for council vacancy and possible appointment of new councilor.
So you held your interview for your applicant for city council. Which board, Chelsea? Is like,
Excuse me,
which board? Or
which ward, Ward 5?
Ward 5. For city council, Ward 5, this is former council member Torres's seat, if I remember correctly. And so now it's just up to the council seated to deliberate. If you want to make an appointment, you can make that appointment. We are prepared to do a swearing in tonight if you so choose. Or if you want to wait, that's very much entirely up to you.
Okay, anybody have any discussion first, or?
I think you did a good job of getting it here before, so moving forward, we've had quite a while now too, so let's have an opportunity. That's what I said.
Anybody else?
I think he will do a good job.
Agreed,
I would like to make a motion.
make a motion.
Can I interrupt your motion just
Yes,
for a second?
you can.
We want to make sure that this is to fill the remainder of the unexpired term for Ward 5, which ends December 31, 2026. So this is just for essentially 1 year.
Okay, I move that we fill the council vacancy for position number 5. For
The unexpired remainder.
remainder of the term through 2026. With Dean Chris.
Okay. Moved in second, any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Alright. Passes by the council seated,
Welcome back.
congratulations.
Yeah.
You want to do the swearing
If
in?
you'd like to do the swearing in, I think Chelsea's prepared to do so.
Do you want your family here for it?
No.
That was that was last time.
That was last
That
time.
was always a big deal. Now she's like, you're doing that again. Okay.
Well, come on up here.
Okay.
Wherever.
Where do you want me to stay?
They'll see what I'm saying.
Oh, somewhere in the middle there, and Jane will want to know which is your good side.
Oh, that's right. She already knows.
That's a good side. Okay. You've done this before.
Yeah,
All right, I, Dean Chris,
I do, Chris.
do solemnly swear and affirm
Do solemnly swear and affirm
that I will uphold and defend the Constitution and the laws of the United States of America.
that I will uphold and, what was the rest?
Uphold and
And
defend
defend the Constitution of the United States of America,
and the laws of the United States of
and the
America,
laws of the United States of America,
the state of Oregon,
and the state of Oregon,
and the charter and ordinances of the city of Tillamook.
and the charter and ordinances of the city of Tillamook.
And that I will faithfully and honorably perform the duties of Ward 5 City Councilor
And will faithfully and honorably perform the duties of city of Tillamook, Ward 5.
of the city of Tillamook.
Of the city of Tillamook, Ward 5.
To the best of my ability,
To
so
the
help
very
me
best of
God.
my abilities, so help me God.
Oh.
Okay,
You sign it?
thank you. Oh, that's right, okay.
Welcome.
Yeah, good.
Good. Take your seat.
Oh,
Yeah.
Take your seat.
Take your seat.
Do we still have his prize?
I don't know,
Yeah.
Brian.
It's the same chair.
You get the same shirt.
You got the same thing, I was like, Eric, yeah.
Fine, yeah, over there. Can have this if you leave. I have the computer.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Welcome.
For the new council member, there will be some onboarding stuff that we'll need to take
Right.
care of, in the next few days, just reach out and.
Yeah.
And we'll do the best we can to get you taken care of.
All right. Next, we'll go on to your request to approve a resolution. Authorizing the renewal of a franchise agreement.
So, we have a representative from Charter Communications with us online, I believe. But over the past several months, these are negotiations and what a franchise agreement is, just for the benefit of the public and everybody is. We have rights of way, companies such as Charter Communications want to use our rights of way to install infrastructure such as cable lines or fiber optics or telephone lines or power lines to transmit their goods and services to individual homeowners. We, because we are who we are, we charge them a small monetary fee, which is generally around 5% of their gross sales. So every quarter, Charter will send us a letter saying these were our sales for the quarter and here's your 5%, and we say thank you for the money. And so, but we have to do this under what's called a non-exclusive franchise agreement to allow this to happen. And the one with Charter was expiring. And so we entered into some negotiations. There were a couple of things that were tweaked in it. They wanted to make a 15-year, let me rephrase it. They wanted to make a 5-year agreement with automatic 5-year extensions. And I said, I don't kind of like that idea because I don't want to lock the city in for 15 years. So we did a shorter term on the extension, but we came to terms. It's essentially the same basic terms that we've had, a couple of tweaks, crossing T's and dotting I's, but it's essentially the same contract that we've had for many years, just without an automatic renewal clause on it at my insistence. So that is presented for you as a resolution. I believe you have the text of the resolution there with you, and I believe there is a copy of the proposed agreement that you should have been able to read along with that. But this is non-exclusive, meaning that other cable companies can come in and do the same thing and within our rights of way. And we would generally, because the state regulates how much we can charge, we generally just charge everybody the same amount to make it so that nobody's getting a better deal than anybody else. So that's my report. I recommend that we adopt this by resolution, and so we can keep that amount of income coming in.
Did you say we had someone online that wanted to talk? Or
I don't know if they want to talk. They're just, we have a representative from Charter available for questions or comments if need be.
Okay.
I think so, Jessica.
She said.
She's right.
So, all right, does anybody have any questions for him?
You mentioned an example of some other cable company or something coming along to use the same right of way.
Mhm.
Do we know about something like that coming?
So you've recently approved one with Ziply Fiber, which is essentially the same thing. That they come in and put fiber optic line to provide telecommunications services and cable internet service, or not cable, but internet services to customers. So it's that type of thing. We could do this, you know, for natural gas lines get franchise agreements. Pipelines get franchise agreements. If they're using any part of the public right of way for their services, they have to enter into these agreements.
There are any out there in the future, maybe, but.
The most recent one is the Ziply that we just agreed to a new franchise right before I started.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Then make a motion.
I move that we adopt resolution resolution R 121525. A request to approve turn on a resolution between Spectrum Pacific West locally known as Charter Communications and the city of Delaware.
Second, moved and second, any other discussion? Do we want to make sure she didn't have anything to say before we do this, but I think we're good.
We just thank the city for allowing us to continue to
All right,
our services within the city limits.
perfect, thank you, all right. With that, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Passes by the council seated. Her. Get back to my agenda. Open business. All I have is a big shout out and thank you to everybody that participated in the Christmas lighting. I was out of town and I got a lot of compliments. Like, everybody's a lot of work and thank you for all the work and everybody put into it, so. A big shout out to that, and then, with all the water and all the storms, I think everybody's kicking butt and doing a good job, so I haven't, got any negative calls, it's always been good this year, so far. We're doing good. On the floodwater stuff.
For everyone.
Huh?
For everyone.
Yeah, so tell everybody good job, so. That's all I have. Departmental reports.
I believe they were included in your packet.
Okay.
Are there any questions that you want a specific department head to talk about?
I didn't know, does any department head would want to? Since they're here, any highlights?
Specific to
Okay,
that role, the commissioner.
Other than we did, as city manager, we did tell them, thank you for the good work on flooding. I think this round of flooding probably went about as good as it could have gone. I know I was a little bit nervous, this is my first Stillman flood season, so.
yeah,
The unknown for me was a little bit harrowing, but everybody else was like, I don't know why you're worried about Sean, but that's how it went, but we're good with that, so I don't, unless. I'm not looking at you. No, we'll move on to finance then.
well, it's good to see Olson's video out there, that was pretty cool. And it went as big as it did, so that was neat. Alright, we'll move to finance.
We're sitting really good right now. Department heads are doing really good. We're supposed to be about 42% this part of the fiscal year, and we're sitting really close to that. So everybody's watching the budgets really good and doing a good job. I don't have to yell hardly at all, so it's working out really well.
Anybody have any questions?
Can we ask Jamie to stop telling me no when I want to spend money?
No,
Can we get a new video system with audio?
No.
Here you go.
no, next year we'll budget
That's
for it.
right.
Just a shout out, and I know you'll say something too.
Yes.
This is live. It's on our Facebook page. It's on our city website. We have them here at the city. If anybody wants to enter into our decorating contest, the date to have it into the city will be on December 26th. So if we have people here that want to sign up for judging, let me know.
When are we doing the judging?
What's that?
What's the date for the judging?
The 26th.
My sister's day off.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for doing that. Alright. Planning Commission liaison reports. There was no planning, meeting. I just thought about it, but there wasn't no planning, meeting. It was canceled. Tillamook Urban Renewal Agency,
We had a meeting on Wednesday, we finalized some, cross the T's and dot the I's about new forms for how to get the loans and the grants and the assistance and all that things, so hey, we're finally done redoing all the manuals and how-tos and stuff like that, so that's done, that was pretty time consuming, we have another meeting, we have to have an emergency, not the right word, but just an extra meeting this week. Possibly approve a loan, a short-term loan that would be paid back in 6 months. For a local building project. And we're still working on sidewalks, it's kind of, the price of sidewalks is kind of starting to grow, good into the front. So there's definitely some more talk to be done on that, we might go from doing First Street and Second Street to doing one of them, when the price comes out, but that's kind of where we're at, and I said we'll meet Wednesday for a short meeting.
thank you. Tillamook County Housing Commission appointee report.
Not the report.
Because we had them. All right. City manager comments.
I know it seems like nothing's happening, but I tell you, like, we are churning, we're like a duck, it's calm all the time, but down below, we are paddling furiously. A couple things I wanna bring up, one. We chose and opted not to declare an emergency preemptively for the flooding. I know there's some thoughts about that, but the decision was made because the return on investment and time of declaring emergency for the amount of damage that we sustained was not going to be viable, meaning that there's no way that we could recoup any money that would be worth from the federal government. I do know that if somebody, I know the Chamber of Commerce has put out a plea for possible grant from the Ford Family Foundation to help any businesses that may have been affected by flooding. We will support them in that, but we did not do an official declaration of emergency because we just didn't feel like there was damage that would warrant it. We didn't have any emergency road closures or damaged roads that would need to go out and be fixed, which is normally what that money would be used for. So just in case you're wondering why the county did that and we did not, that is why is no need. We want to focus some attention on January 12th. This is something that you remember a couple meetings ago, we had our presentation from RCAC about the income survey. And that this was going to be a survey coming out, going to all the residents. And the way it's going to work is twofold. Every resident's going to get a letter saying that there is a possibility that they could get a survey. Only about 500 residents are actually going to get the survey. So the initial letter is going to go out on the 12th, and then on the 20th, the actual survey will go out to those 500 randomly selected. We need to get about a 90% return response rate from those that receive the survey. So we want to make sure that word gets out. We've got a press release, we've got stuff on Facebook, I'll be talking about it on the radio. We want to make sure that if anybody asks, that they get a letter from RCAC, that is important and they need to respond. We don't care how they respond and as far as what answers they give, but we need to have a response. The responses are completely anonymous. The only thing that is tracked is each survey is given an individual identifier that's not tied to the address or anything that it goes to, but it's just so that we know that if we send out 500 surveys, that we get 500 surveys back, right? So there's nothing that will tie that to if you get that survey that your answers are now going to be known to everybody. They're not. It's completely anonymous, but we want to make sure that you do get that response. The first wave of these, like I said, they'll go out, the entire 5,000 go out on January 12th, the 500 will go out on the 20th. And then because we know who will receive the surveys from the randomized list, if we don't get those back, we can start to reach out to those specific people to say, hey, can you get these back? We're going to give them about 3 months of pokes and prods. And then after about 3 months, if we don't get a response back, RCAC will then start to replace the people who haven't responded with other randomly selected people to get the survey. But the more we can get this notification out that take your survey, take your survey, take your survey, and send it back. It's very easy. They can either fill it out on the paperwork and send it back, or there's a QR code, they can go to a website and do the survey online. Okay, but it's so important because we are not eligible for certain grants because of the way that the census designated us as far as income, that we get good results back from the survey, because that may affect our ability to get the funding in the future. Okay, everybody good on that? RCAC, green logo, tell your friends and neighbors that they need to respond. As far as correspondence, we did receive our annual invite to the Tillamook Chamber Community Awards Banquet. This will be on Saturday, the 24th at 5:30 at the fairgrounds. This is a day that should be mostly open for all of you because this is the same day that you committed to being at, our council retreat where we're gonna be talking about goals. As everybody except Councilmember Chris didn't make that commitment, but we're making that commitment for you now, is that you have things to do on the 24th.
And what are the hours on the 24th?
24th, I think we said 9 or 10,
9 to 12.
9 to 12.
That's beautiful.
So.
And that evening is the.
And then that evening is the chamber dinner. Jamie has asked me to ask if we could get a kind of a sense of who's attending, because traditionally the city has sponsored 2 tables. It's 8 people per table, right? And so if we have enough to fill 2 tables, we're happy to do that. If we don't have enough people that want to attend with your +1, then we're happy to reduce that to 1 table if we don't need to do that. So, we've got 4 between Jamie and I to be there. Just need to get an idea, kind of wink and a nod, who wants to attend. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, so it sounds like 2 tables.
Okay.
I'll have one for sure, maybe 2, so. And what's the RSVP? What's your drop dead day on that, so we can get
It's
that?
January.
January 5th.
Okay,
Yeah,
next meeting,
yeah.
very good, I'll note that. Yeah, can I interrupt just to ask you, where's the location of the retreat? Here?
The retreat will be at the Forest Service.
Yeah.
But past the fairgrounds,
Okay.
Forest Service building.
Yeah, okay.
That was just confirmed this week.
All right.
The Scottish Sunset Chamber will be at the fairgrounds, buffet dinner with drinks included, so. I'm told that's a lovely event. I'm excited to attend. Let me just check it, one other place for notes. So I wanna make sure that I'm. We talked about the holiday lighting. And decorations, talked about how great our staff was on taking care of floods. The last thing is, I will be out of town, beginning Sunday through the end of the year. I'm taking the family back to Utah for, the holidays, and to make some appointments that I have to make in order to survive up here, so, we're gonna be taking care of that. Jamie will be in charge while I'm gone. As per the usual, I will have my laptop and phone with me, so don't be afraid. I'm always working, even if I'm not working. And then City Hall will be closed on both the 24th and 25th. For the holiday.
Thank you. All right, council comments, start on the left this time.
I just say I attended the light parade and tree lighting. It was good, always a lot of people, they give away pretty good amount of free food and all that stuff. It was dry, it was wetter, but there was no rain. The time I was there, so that's always good, I appreciate all the people coming out of that. That's all I have.
That's great, you can say something, I know, we heard that, it's great.
And I was gonna ask one quick question, just so I remember right, MLK birthday.
We moved to Tuesday.
So it was Tuesday, okay, I was making sure, that's what I was doing.
We'll have the calendar for the year, at our next.
That's okay, I had already laid everything out for 26, and I was thinking, I remember how that was.
January 5th is our next meeting.
Right. Thank you.
Nothing.
I just said, well, my friend being back.
By the way, your kid is a hoot, just wanna say. TV money, what I do. He worked for me at the fair, it was really great.
Exactly.
He wants to
That's-
public with communications.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm good.
You're good?
Yep.
All right, now we have minutes for December 1st. Regular session. Anybody got anything on those?
I move that we adopt, or, I move that we approve the minutes from the last session.
Second. Wait a second, any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Alright, passes.
We authorize to pay the bills.
I second that already. Alright, moved in second, pay the bills. You got me almost a second. Okay, could you please poll the guests?
Yes, let's start on the second for the minutes as well.
Yes.
Thought I heard that, okay. Thank you. Counselor Schreiber,
Aye.
Counselor Reynolds.
Aye.
Counselor Sandusky.
Aye.
Counselor Chris.
Yes.
Counselor Thompson.
Aye.
Okay. Motion passes, pay the bills, and we can adjourn the meeting.
Oh,
We're done.